What's up, Patriots Nation? As you all know by now, the Patriots flew to 9-1 against the Eagles, pulling off a 17-10 win this past Sunday. But like Tom Brady, I'm just not content with this win. There were so many red flags offensively that I totally understand why he's not adapting that win is a win mentality this week. I mean, he shouldn't. He should be discontent. Just look at the stats. Brady knows they should have soared past the Eagles' lackluster defense, ranked 18th in scoring, 16th in passing, and 25th in the red zone entering the matchup. But the Pats, they fell flat, totaling less than 300 yards, putting up fewer than 20 points for the second time this season. Plus, Brady truly looked his age. He went 26 of 47 for 216 yards, just 4.6 yards per attempt, with 0 TDs, a 67.3 passer rating, and a record 14 first-half incompletions, the most he's had in any game in his 20-year career. So now, fast forward just a week's prep, you may be wondering how the Patriots are possibly prepared to take on the Cowboys, one of the biggest tests they'll see all season, and I have 2 words to clear that doubt for you: Brady and Belichick. Doubt, it just fuels their fire, and like Brady readily admitted earlier this week, disliking the Cowboys is inherently in his DNA, growing up a 49ers fan, so it makes sense that he's 4-0 against them, including 2 trips to Texas. So to wrap things up, yes, there were some challenges offensively against the Eagles, but in true Patriots fashion, we're moving on to the Cowboys. The past is the past, and I'm here at Gillette to bring you the top things you need to look out for heading into that matchup. Number 1, N'Keal Harry in the red zone. Now, it's no secret the Patriots have struggled on third down and red zone conversions. Last weekend, they converted just 5 of 16 third downs and 1 of 3 red zone trips, and they currently rank 25th in the league, finding the end zone just 48% of the time when they're inside the 20. But first-round pick N'Keal Harry could be their ace in the red zone hole. Harry came off IR last week to make his debut against the Eagles, catching 3 passes for 18 yards. But now that he has 1 game under his belt, we should expect to see a lot more of the rookie tonight. Why? Well, the Patriots didn't take the big body wideout in the first round for nothing. At 6'2", 228 pounds, Harry proved throughout his college career that his large frame and hands are crucial to shielding defenders to make contested catches. Pair that with his 38.5 vertical, and Harry's the optimal red zone weapon the Pats desperately need. Plus, his strength as a distinct route runner, making sharp cuts off the ball, paired with his versatility to play inside or out, opens up the door to potentially execute routes Rob Gronkowski used to run. Coming in at number 2, the return of Isiah Wynn and Michael Bennett as a Cowboy. Like Harry, another crucial piece of the Pats' offensive puzzle returning from IR is offensive tackle Isiah Wynn. The Pats' offensive line has been riddled with injuries all season, and as a result, has been soft at best, so the return of the Pats' 2018 first-round pick will fill the gaping hole at left tackle. And one storyline we can't forget is former Patriot Michael Bennett's return to Foxborough. New England traded Bennett to the Cowboys a few weeks ago following altercations over playing time with some coaching staff, so let's just say he didn't leave New England on good terms. Bennett had 2.5 sacks in 6 games with the Pats, but is now averaging a sack per game, that's 3 games with Dallas, so there's no doubt he'll be highly motivated to ramp up those stats tonight against his former team. And at number 3, the Patriots' 23rd ranked run defense against a top 10 running back in Ezekiel Elliott. The Boogeymen may reign supreme overall in the league, but their run defense has been shaky. We saw some big issues arise during the Ravens matchup, so it'll be interesting to see if they can contain one of the league's best running backs in Ezekiel Elliott. But good news for New England, Zeke's numbers haven't been as strong as they've been in the past. For 2 straight games, Zeke has been held to under 50 yards for the first time in his career, and actually over the past 2 weeks, the Cowboys haven't recorded a rush longer than 9 yards, and that was Prescott on a designed run. And at number 4, Stephon Gilmore as Amari Cooper's shadow. Now, this will be interesting. You have Stephon Gilmore, who's arguably the league's best corner, against the Cowboys' number 1 receiving option in Amari Cooper. Cooper's coming off a knee injury, but now appears to be fully recovered. So far this season, he's had 56 receptions for 886 yards, 15.8 yards per reception, and 7 touchdowns. If he can stay healthy, he's on pace to break career highs in both categories. But he's up against Gilmore, who is an expert at shadowing top targets, which brings me to number 5, the league's passing yards leader Dak Prescott against the league's best defense. This past weekend, Prescott marked his 3rd straight game with 3 touchdown passes and his 3rd 400-yard game on the season. Prescott leads the league in passing yards with 3,221 and ranks 2nd behind Russell Wilson in touchdowns with 21. But Gilmore may take away his number 1 option in Amari Cooper. Quarterbacks average a 43.5 passer rating when going to a target Gilmore is shadowing, but luckily for Prescott, he has another explosive talent in Michael Gallup, an integral part of the passing game, with 42 receptions for 678 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaging 16.1 yards per reception in the 8 games he started. But the Patriots' defense has been key to their nearly perfect season. They rank first in total yards allowed with 249.9, points allowed with 10.8, and have only allowed 9 offensive touchdowns this season. So to sum things up here in Foxborough, it looks like we have the battle of the opposites. We have the league's second best offense and shaky defense against the league's best defense and shaky offense. And I mean, they say opposites attract, so this may make for a great matchup. Until game time, reporting from Foxborough, Alexei Alfredo, the Boston Herald.